All right. Moments before we began, Joshua just said words that will that are punishable by a minimum of 20 years in a federal prison.
They will haunt you.
Yeah. Say it again, Joshua.
I think that the cookie part of an Oreo is better than the icing part of an Oreo.
Like if you had to eat one.
Yes, I'm taking the cookie rather than the stuffing.
That is absurd.
It depends on the quantity.
That's why Oreo Thins are the best Oreos. In my opinion. They hate it. They're
I was going to introduce that in time. It depends on the quantity. If you have to just, like, eat tons and tons of Oreo icing, I would rather eat tons and tons of the cookie. If I had to. But, like, one bite of a cookie or one bite of just the stuffing, I'm taking stuffing all day.
100%.
Yeah.
No.
Is that your only defense?
That's
just no.
We all have opinions. That's just my opinion.
Well, yours is wrong.
Some opinions should be kept inside.
That's exactly right. Oreo Thins are not the best Oreos.
Not
They're
at
better
all.
than those that you're eating.
Oliver just got the most stuffed Oreos.
How much sugar is in those?
It's not, well,
The serving size is probably one cookie.
no, the serving size is one pack. So 440 calories a pack, so 110 calories a
Oh
cookie.
my gosh.
Whoa. Total sugars, 43 grams. Okay, we're going to stop there. I'm not going to eat anymore.
He's putting the cookie back in the package.
Well,
you
let's
can eat a lot more Oreo Thins in relation to most stuffed
Well,
Oreos.
you're sitting like Princess Leia right now, so I'm not going to listen to anything you have to say. There you go.
All right, well, it's been a while since we've recorded our last episode. So, what's all happened since we recorded, 3 months ago?
When did we get back from Abide?
3 months ago, February.
Oh. So yeah, it probably has been 2.5, 3 months.
I had my wisdom teeth taken out.
I
I'd
turned
say
16.
Okay.
I mean, I got I made it.
Oliver has had two Arnold Palmers tonight.
Wait. No, we're not going to fat shame
No,
Oliver.
yeah, you're not gonna fat shame me on the podcast. Then.
You like Oreo Thins, Josh.
Yeah, you
can't
like
talk.
Oreo Thins. B, we're not gonna fat shame on the podcast. C, I have not had two. I've started on my second. Yeah, I had my wisdom teeth taken out. That's the most exciting thing that's happened to me. Probably since the last one.
What's that like?
It really wasn't bad. The surgery wasn't bad. Anesthesia's fun.
Well, that was the outro to the last episode.
It was, and I'm glad everybody liked that. Whose idea was it to do that?
Mine, I think.
Well, that was a good idea. Everybody liked that. So,
The videos were funny.
Yeah,
the
the
videos
videos
were
are pretty
really,
funny.
really funny.
Yeah, the recovery wasn't terrible. The worst thing about it is not being able to eat food. I ate mashed potatoes and pudding and applesauce for a while, just because that was the only thing I could eat, because I couldn't chew stuff up because the stuff back there was still like soft or whatever.
That's staying in.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it was really uneventful. And then the fair was immediately after.
Oh yeah, the wisdom teeth affected Oliver's ability to ride rides. We wanted him to get on the Gravitron, but he wouldn't.
Yeah, but I rode everything else.
Yeah, but the Gravitron was the best thing.
I would disagree with that.
The Pharaoh's boat seemed like it rocked way higher than any other Pharaoh's boat I've ever been on.
We went
me
to the one at
and
Wild
Kellen were
Adventures.
exactly opposite of each other, looking at each other.
No, we went to Wild Adventures, and I don't think that one went as high as the one at the fair.
No, it didn't.
But yeah, that was bad. Well, it wasn't bad. It was just.
It was a fair ride. It was a little
fair
bit
ride.
sketchy.
Yeah.
saw
No.
a bunch of zip ties holding things together.
Yeah. What I was saying is what made the Gravitron the best is it made Kellen throw up.
No, that
throw
was
up
not
after.
the one that made me throw up.
It was
Which
the
one
second
made
time
you
we
throw
rode
up?
it.
No, so it was after we went on the one, we got in the swings and it spun you in the air. We got off
The,
of
the
that.
plain one where you lay down, or
No.
the
No,
the
the one
regular
that-
one that's always let down.
Yeah, so then
Yeah.
we got off and we went to that USA ride. We got in the little rocket ships.
That one was
And
good.
it moved us up and down and it spun us around. And then the rocket ships themselves spun a bunch.
Yeah.
So me and Cole were riding. And that was
Oh, yeah.
that was like a 3.5 minute ride. Like that ride took forever.
That one was good.
And I was fine about 2 minutes into it. And then I just felt absolutely terrible after. And we got off. And I looked at Cole. I said, I'm about to throw up. And he said, no, you're not.
Yeah, everyone thought he was faking. He kept saying, I'm going to be sick, I'm going to be sick. And we were all standing around like, no, you're not. Get over it, yada, yada. And then you walked over to the trash can and actually threw up. And we were all like, oh, he's actually throwing up. Oh.
They told Joshua to come help me. But there was nothing he could have done.
And-
I feel like the best part of the whole thing though was, and this is not the fair, it's the carnival.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's
This
not
is,
the one in.
this is
you
the
remember?
spring
Yeah.
carnival, not the
Spring
fall
carnival.
fair.
And the difference is that for the carnival, you have to be 18 to get in.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a little bit of an issue if you're not 18 because it means you can't get in. So the difference between the two is that for the carnival you have to be 18 to get in, which I have no idea why.
Stupid.
There's absolutely no difference between the carnival and the fair,
Yeah.
except the carnival is smaller, the rides are less fun, and
It's probably more expensive.
yeah,
It was
Like-
definitely more expensive.
yeah.
It was $35 a wristband to ride all 5 good rides.
Like it's not like there was alcohol or anything like that. Like there was nothing. Anyway, so the issue was we only had each person had to be accompanied.
With an adult. 20.
No, no, no.
Accompanied.
One
by-
group,
What was
for
the,
every 4 people, you had to have one 18-year-old.
Yeah.
No, it was 21.
21-year-old.
21? Yeah.
18 you
18
could go
can
in by
enter by
yourself.
themselves, yes.
20, if you're under 18, you have to be in with somebody 21 or older.
Yeah.
In a group of 4, yes.
So
Our group only had 2 18-year-olds, and that was it.
shout out real quick. Shout out Dalton Kingsbury for giving us the wrong information and
Yes,
potentially
that was-
ruining
The night.
our entire night. Shout out Dalton, really appreciate it.
Yeah.
He said that
It
when
worked
they
for him,
went, they
yeah.
just let him ride in and didn't really care. Well, when we went, we had.
that lady cared a lot.
But it was a dude. It was the dude. He
was
looked
a
like
bunch of them.
I don't know. He thought he was. I don't know. He thought he was pulling security for Donald Trump or somebody. Anyway, yeah, he was on his crap. He was not letting anybody under 18 through those fair doors, and so we eventually somebody had
Braden.
we had a
Didn't Raiden go do it?
yeah. So eventually we just started looking around for people who were over 21 that would let us in. And we see 2 old people walking, and we were like, oh, let's go ask them. And Raiden was like, yeah, I'll go do it. And he went and asked, and it was, I mean, they were the nicest,
They
older lady and an older man.
Shout out Mimi and Pawpaw.
Yeah, and they were cool.
The dude had
So that
good,
was fun.
he had a
And
cool
then eventually
mustache.
we all just stood around, and he was like, who's 18? And he was like, y'all go ahead. So that was Joshua and Madison, and
there were 8
Joshua and
people
Madison.
left outside of me and Madison.
yeah,
y'all just
and then he
split
said,
with the 2 adults.
yeah, and then so it was all the 17-year-olds, and then like Kellen and somebody else.
Oh, wait,
And-
no, wasn't it me, Hart?
Hart didn't go.
He didn't go?
No.
Are you serious?
He had golf.
Well, it was me. Who else went?
There was some 9th graders.
Oh, it
there.
was me, Peyton,
Me.
Heidi, Mackenzie, you,
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. I don't know.
Anyway,
Cole, Ellie.
eventually they were just like, yeah, y'all go ahead.
Yeah, they just let the other 16-year-olds just walk right through. So, did it matter? No.
It was fun though.
So yeah,
We did.
It was
fun.
good.
We were all in line to go on the real obnoxiously tall slide.
That was such a letdown. That was such a stupid.
What are you
ride.
They
talking
made you
about?
sit on a mat.
That was
love-
not fun.
That was not a good
I had a
slide.
good. That was one of my favorite rides there.
Are you serious?
I swear.
Dude, I didn't even go that fast.
No,
My
I-
mat must have been like, I don't know,
No, mine had like, I don't know what you call it. It's like,
canola oil on the bottom of it or
No,
something? that
no.
butter on the bottom?
but it was like it
Slicked
just went
up?
like it just went like slick through. There's no like friction. There was no friction. It just went straight. It glided. It was like silky smooth, and it just glided through a slide, and I had a good time.
Well, Kellen got a magic. Kellen got a magical carpet, and I got a rubber mat. And I did not go very fast. All right, so while we're on the record, me and Joshua and Kellen have decided that while we are in the Dominican Republic on a mission trip, for a week we will not be on our phones at all. If you do get on your phone to call your parent, which both of our moms will be
on the trip.
On the
on the
trip.
trip, so you shouldn't have to. But if you just want to talk to Mr. Chris,
Or Joel,
well, he'll be there.
he will.
Yeah, he's going.
He's my
All
group
the
leader. He's my
meetings.
small group leader.
I
I mean, I guess you can still call him.
Yeah, I mean, you can call him, I guess. But anyway, if you want to talk to him, one of us will have to be with you.
Mm-hmm.
So that means no texting nobody, no checking nothing. Week. We all agree to do that.
We are fasting.
Yes.
Us three at least, and anybody
Yes.
else that's going that's
Kellen,
hearing this
say
and
you're
willing
gonna
to
do it.
join.
Kellen is doing it.
Joshua said you're going to do it.
I'm doing it.
Okay. I'm doing it too.
Okay.
So when we come back after the DR and we do a podcast,
We'll have a report.
yes. And if Kellen or Joshua or me breaks the pact,
You can
What's the
publicly
punishment?
shame us.
well, yes, you can publicly shame us by coming up and doing what? Smacking us in the back of the head or something?
No, because knowing Cole, he's gonna freaking.
Yeah, Cole's going to give somebody
Cole's,
great trouble.
Cole's gonna wind up.
Oh, I'm going through our photos. We went bowling after night of worship.
we did go bowling. Yeah.
So
Nothing happened though.
Yeah, we just went bowling. There's nothing. Went bowling. Like what?
They kept getting balls stuck on the aisle. That was the only thing that I could think
That happens
of.
to every inexperienced bowler.
Dude, we went bowling and we kept hitting it in the gutter.
That wasn't what I was trying to say.
He kept getting stuck back.
No, Dawson G kept bowling two balls at one time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and they hit the. They would hit
and
the.
as the little thing would come down to move the pins,
They
another
hit the
one would
rail.
roll and it would get stuck on the aisle, like not moving. That was the one. And then at the end, everyone was like, "We're not gonna bring them anywhere else because they just are annoying."
Okay, maybe this is the episode where we like try to do something different. Let's do like a top, like our own top 10 of something, or we do like a tier list and rank stuff. That way to give, since we're running out of stories to tell, we can
I've got
give,
plenty more. I'm looking through my photos.
we can give new stuff and try it out and see how people like it.
We can do that towards the end.
I don't know. I
Clap.
like that.
Or we can do it to make
Dude,
up 30.
do top three.
Yeah, dude, we can do a draft. Top 3.
Yeah, do top three. Flavors of chips.
No,
What else are you gonna do?
not flavors of Lay's.
What, you got to do something like that's not
Controversial, like
Albums.
like Oreo Thins.
Albums.
No, we don't
albums.
know. That's too broad.
So artists. I don't know. Not artists like painters, but like. Let's do that right now. Let's have a really serious discussion about Van Gogh.
Leonardo da Vinci, Van
Hold up. I'm gonna get
Michelangelo.
ChatGPT to write me something really. Hold up. Get ChatGPT. Let's see. Write
Who are you writing about? I asked mine about something.
argument.
I'm writing about Van Gogh. I'm writing an informational essay on Van Gogh.
Write an informational argumentative essay about. Can I have Picasso?
Yeah, sure.
I'm doing Van Gogh.
Send.
We seriously about to do this? People are about to click off of this podcast.
Right. It might not be funny.
It's funny so far. My essay's
All right, you
pretty
want me to go
long.
first?
Yeah.
Mine's But I can't
Don't
even
read the whole thing. Just kind of give some facts about it.
No,
and then we'll
I'm
decide
gonna read
which
the whole
is the best.
Okay, so my favorite painter of all time would have to be Van Gogh. No. All right, so my favorite artist of all time would definitely have to be Van Gogh. And I'm just going to tell you a little bit about him. Vincent Van Gogh.
No, you can't go. Let me tell you a little bit about him.
And then read.
Vincent Van Gogh's, yeah. So we did a youth event called The Great Couch Migration. And basically the way it goes is you have to, it's a scavenger hunt, but you have to go around town and, so like you have a sheet that has, take a picture with an airplane, and you have to go with your couch, take the couch out, take a picture with your entire group on the couch and the airplane.
It's a scavenger hunt.
Yes, and so different pictures are worth different amounts of points. Whoever has the most points wins. It's pretty fun. Okay, so we went. So one of our things that we had to get was take a picture with a traffic light that was yellow, and so we went to the traffic light on Main Street by Scoops, and we were in a group. Me and Joshua and Michael Bond were in a group with the middle school girls, and we got our couch out, and our plan was to wait for the light to turn red, or the light to turn yellow.
Yellow.
Hey, make sure your thing doesn't turn off. Okay, just make sure.
I've been going for 50 minutes.
And so we got out, we all get set up. Mr. Rusty's ready with the camera. We got the light where we needed to be. Me and Joshua and Michael are ready. Light turns yellow, and the girls aren't on the couch, and I turn around and look for them, and they are walking into Scoops trying to get ice cream. And I was so, like, not confused.
At a loss for
but
words.
yeah, like I didn't know what to say because I didn't know why they were trying to get ice cream right now. And all I said was, hey, we're not getting ice cream right now. Come sit down so we can take the picture. And they did, and that was it. So we got the picture. We wound up coming in like second to last place or some crap.
Yeah, no, we were confident that we were going to. The group with the worst photos actually won. That was the funny thing. I remember sitting in the
They
sound
also
booth.
cheated.
Yeah, okay, they also, yeah. And so I remember sitting in the sound booth and we were going through it. And we were like, nope, that picture doesn't count, that picture doesn't count, that picture doesn't count. Because they had one person taking their pictures and the pictures were terrible, just awful.
Not everybody was in it. Some of the objectives to be in there weren't in there.
And they somehow won.
Yeah, one of the things was we had about an hour to do all of this, and we had a certain time to be back. And on the paper, it said, you will lose 50 points if you are not on time. Well, some of the tasks were like 400, 500 points. Well, so they were like, hey, why don't we go get every task done? Because we're only going to lose 50 points if we're not back on time. So if we have every task done, we'll have the most points and only lose 50.
That's how they
and
won.
we'll beat everybody, and that's how they won.
Yeah, it's because they were late. Michael wasn't clear on the rules. So after we got done with the yellow light, I walked over to Scoops and because we needed something with a cash register, and I was like, "Hey!" And the second I opened the door, the lady goes, "Nope, we're closed." I was like, "Okay, can we just get a picture of your cash register?" She said, "No, leave." And I was like, "Okay." Like she was not happy to be there. And so we walked next door to the pet store, Addictive Aquatics. And we ended up having to carry the couch all the way through the pet store, trying not to knock over the fish tanks and
Lizard cages.
Oliver said this was the worst possible place we could have gotten a picture. So, and then after that, this was funny. One of the other tasks was to find a car with a license plate with two very specific odd numbers on it.
No, it was C and Q, right?
It was C and Q on the same license plate. And so we were driving back, and we didn't have a lot of time left. And so we were like, okay, Piggly Wiggly is right here. It's full of cars. Let's just drive up and down the roads to see if we can find this license plate. And so we're driving, and we're looking, and we're like, okay, there's nothing. And we're literally about to pull out of the parking lot. And this whole time we're on the phone with the girls from the other car, and out of nowhere, there's just this ear-piercing screech, just this scream from the phone. And we didn't know what happened. Like, how did that play out, Oliver?
We were just, so Rusty had Carmel, it was Carmel's car with all the girls in it. And Rusty had Carmel, Mr. Rusty was Carmel on speakerphone over his truck,
Yes.
so we could talk to him.
Yeah, it was Bluetooth.
And all of a sudden, they just started screaming, like
Just
like something really,
like
really
bloody
wrong had
murder
happened.
screaming.
Like somebody just got shot. And they were like, we found one, and they found a
License plate. It was the
with
last
C&Q.
car in the parking lot.
Yep.
But we got out and we were like, oh my gosh, like it sounded like someone died in that car. Like someone had just gotten shot. It was a terrible sound.
Then Kellen got a fake chain from a dude who barely spoke English. Let me rephrase that. I bought a chain for Kellen with Kellen's money that he barely had enough for, mind you. I'm not embellishing anything. I'll tell the story start to finish. You're not going to interrupt me. If I say a falsehood, you
Correct
can,
you?
No, you can
Afterwards.
comment at the end. All right, so we go to Valdosta with the intent of Kellen wanted to get a chain, Joshua wanted to get a Braves jersey. So Kellen looks around the mall, keeps saying, I want to get a chain, but just keeps following us around to stores that don't sell chains.
He followed Oliver into the record store.
He did. He kept saying, I want to get a chain. And I walked in the record store and he followed me.
Said, I want to get a chain.
I want to get a chain, dude. We went to that one weird store with the chicken hat.
The chicken
the bull
hat?
hat.
Oh, yeah.
And they had fake chains for like $20 that were like silver plated.
They were gold.
They were silver and gold plated, yeah. And so we looked at those, and he just didn't really act interested. He just kind of stood around and didn't really try any of them on, didn't really look at any of them, just kind of looked around and didn't really, Anyway, so then we were about to leave, and he was like, I still haven't got a chain. I want a chain. And we were like, okay, well, let's go
get
find
one.
you a chain. And so we went to the booth right outside. We should have shopped around more. We went to the first booth we saw and started really looking. And so the guy brought a couple out, and Kellen was like, I only have 120.
I just
100 flat.
100 flat?
100 flat.
Okay, so he had 100 flat to spend. The guy pulls a couple out. I do all the talking. Kellen only has $100. He wants a silver chain.
Gold didn't look good.
No, but
Oh, we did look at some fake ones. We did look at some really cheap fake ones at another store.
did we?
Yeah, those were the gold ones. That
That
were
was
like
Did
20
Kellen
bucks.
act interested, or did he just
No,
stand
because they were
around and
fake.
look?
Yeah, no, they were fake. They were only
That was
like
the-
20
that was
bucks.
the-
Was that the store with
That was
the
the chicken hat
That's
store.
the chicken hat store.
Ah, almost like I just said that.
Darn. Dude, keep going. My bad.
I lost my train of thought.
You were doing all the talking for Kellen.
I'm a wee little boy, and you're talking for me.
That's
I have 100
That's a
flat.
good word. You're a wee little boy with not a lot of money to spend, wanting to make an irresponsible financial decision.
No, so-
that sums it up perfectly.
That was the dumbest purchase ever.
So the guy barely speaks English, and he picks one out, keeps putting them on Kellen for him, which was really
No, the
odd.
guy- no, the
Kellen,
guy- the guy made me-
Kellen kept
no.
bowing over, and then like the guy would put the chain on for him and take it back off. It was really weird. But
No, I went to
probably
reach
had
for
his
it, and
hands
the
in
guy
his
wouldn't
pocket.
hand it to me. Said I put it on,
okay.
and so
Well,
he had to put it on for me.
And then so Kellen found one that he really liked, and he went back and weighed it and was like, all right, it's 130, whatever.
17.
And I was like, oh, he's only got $100 to spend. And he was like, okay, well, we'll go size down. So he goes to size down, weighs it, says, this one's 107. And Kellen says, or no, I say, Kellen didn't say anything.
I did say
I
something.
said,
You have fibbed 3 times the story.
Fibbed.
Okay, well,
You
correct him at
pulled
the
my
end.
leg 3 times.
Kellen said, I only have $100. That's all I can spend. And the guy said, okay, I'll make it an even 100 for you if you really like it. And Kellen was like, uh-huh. So he packages it up and gives it to Kellen. Kellen walks outside and says, why did I do that?
All right.
We realized he was gonna.
What
have
are
to
my
tell
three
us-
fibs?
Okay.
What are my three fibs?
We walked in the store. Before we walked in the store, I said, I want to get a chain. And then we kept walking, and I'm a 15-year-old boy, and I'm following around Oliver and Joshua because where else am I going to go? And
To look for a
Oliver
chain,
goes to
maybe?
the record store. I follow Oliver to the record store, and I keep saying, I want to get a chain. And I just hope that one of them will say yes, because I just didn't want to walk by myself. That was like, I could have talked by myself, I just didn't want to go by myself. And so Oliver's like, okay, baby, we'll go get you a chain. You want to go get a chain? I'll take you to get a chain. And that's what Oliver told me. So we walk up to
Because
the
you
guy.
were like a mad woman.
Yeah.
Well, you should have figured it out. I gave you plenty of hints, and you just kept walking.
And so we did go.
No, that's
No, that's not staying
Yes, that
in.
is.
That is not staying
Yes, that
in.
is.
That is not staying
Yes,
in.
it is.
No, it's not.
that's not your choice.
All right. And so.
What do you mean it's not my
This is a
choice?
democracy. Me and Kellen vote for it.
Okay. All right.
All right. So we did go try on some fake chains at another store, and they were like $20. And they only had gold ones there. And
They did not. They had silver ones there.
Yeah, but they had the big, like the big clunky cross.
You can take that
like
stuff
a
off.
Catholic, no, that was just like what a Catholic priest would wear.
You can take that stuff off.
Anyway, but we tried to go
wearing a silver chain from a
That
mall.
would
a
be
fake
No,
silver chain. But no, we tried the gold ones, and we all kind of look at Josh and Oliver both look at me, and they just start laughing at me.
Silver's a better
They
fit.
said, "Come on, that looks horrible." And so we end up going to this guy, and we walk up, and I'm like, "Okay, guys, I have $100 that I want to spend." The guy gives me, he's like, "Hey, looking for a silver chain?" He's like, "Okay." So he showed us.
No, he said, "Are you looking for silver, Jade?"
And so we pointed to the one we liked, and so I went to reach to put it on, but he said, "No, I put it on."
And
so
then
like,
you bowed over it and he put it on
and so
for
like,
you.
he was like leaning across the thing, so I just kind of leaned closer so we didn't have to like, so we didn't have to reach so far
You were
around.
basically in his cubicle,
And so-
Kellen. You might as
and so
well just walk behind the
I
counter.
like bowed my head, and he put it around me. I was like, "Yeah, I like it." And so he goes to weigh it, and I told the guy, I said, "I have $100. That's it." And so he says, "That's 117." He said, "You like the chain? 117." I said, "Can't do that. I have $100. No more, no less." I don't know why I said no less, because we could have gone less.
I have to spend all $100.
But no more, no less. No more, no less.
I don't know why I said less. I don't know why I told the guy I want to spend as much money as possible, but I can only spend $100.
And so the guy, he's like, "Okay." So he puts it back, and so we try to size down, and I like it. And it's the same thing, it's just a tiny bit smaller. So he weighs it. He's like, "Okay, that's $97, but the tax was $105." And he said, "Before you do that," he said, I'll give you like a 15% discount on the other one, and I'll bring it down to like $105. Can't do that. I said, "I have $100, no more, no less." And after that, he said, I was like, "I like the smaller one. Like, we have 100. He says, "I tell you what, I like you. I give you it for 100.
He did not say I like
said,
you.
I give it to you for
He
100.
did not say I like you.
I give it to you for
He
100.
did not say I like you.
Nobody likes you either, Oliver. Okay.
Keep going. We've told the same story twice,
Anyway,
all the way through,
so
back to
he
back.
And so he cuts it down to 100 even. He gives it to me, and we walk out the mall. And I said, "My mom's gonna kill me. This is the stupidest purchase I've ever made in my life."
That's yeah. People are going to enjoy listening to the same story back to back.
Well, we do the same thing with the story.
So the next thing was we did the Great Couch Migration. Where did that picture go? Did we
We
talk?
already talked about that, Josh.
No, I know. I said we already did it.
Gosh, Joshua!
Gosh.
Stupid monkey.
I say we stop it there.
No, we're gonna have.
What was the one thing?
We're gonna
that
have
you
like
wanted-
20 minutes.
What was the one thing you said? The girl said to talk
The
about.
girl
Joe?
said, "Do like
The girl?
ideas for our future or embarrassing stories." when we were
Oh,
little.
can we talk about Cole drinking the sludge at church?
Oh, that was funny. Okay, so we had
Wait, hold on.
So we were playing a game.
Called Torpedo.
You don't have to know how the game works. All you have to know is that one person winds up winning. So Cole said, if Grant wins the game, I will drink out of the drink bucket that everybody pours their drink
It's
in.
a white trash can.
Yeah, it's a white trash can that sits in front of the trash can that when you're done with your drink, you pour whatever's left into the thing. And there's always like a decent amount in there that's just a mixture of whatever from how long
Coke,
ago.
water, Sprite, milk.
This week,
For context, yes. So this was a Sunday. On Wednesday, we had cereal for supper. I'm not going to make a comment about that. We had cereal for supper. And so there's milk in there from Wednesday. This is a Sunday. The rest of everybody drinks Wednesday. Everybody's drinks from Sunday night. So Cole says, I'll drink that if Grant wins the game. That got to me. Word of that got to me. And everybody paused for just a second, and I said, everybody listen to me.
You stopped the game.
I did kind of stop the game. I said, everybody listen to me. Cole said that if Grant wins, Cole will drink the mystery liquid from in front of the trash cans.
It stunk.
Yes.
Terrible. Rancid.
Yes. The milk had hardened. And
It was. There were solids floating on top.
So I said that to everybody, made it clear that we really, really want Cole to win. And I was so proud of our youth group that nobody ruined it. Because I would have been so mad if somebody like purposefully got Grant out just for the reason of you know what I'm saying? I want to ruin this for
The
everybody
point
else.
of the game was two people have a dodgeball and they're
You don't have to know the game anyway.
They let Grant walk through.
Oh
Yes,
yeah, no.
then
Everyone,
yes.
You get hit,
everybody-
you have to run across the room. If you get hit by the dodgeball, you have to sit down. And while people run around, you can tag them with your hands.
Yeah.
People made a open
conscious
gap
effort.
for Grant to walk through like he's Donald Trump, and nobody did anything to him until everybody else got out.
Yes. And so Grant won.
And we
And
circled around Cole.
Yes. Cole almost didn't drink the stuff. Only drank a little bit.
I think he had his mouth closed.
Did he?
Yeah. Well, he put it to his lips, but he had his mouth closed. He never drank it.
That sucks.
So Cole, if you're listening, you're a wuss.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We should do it again.
We should do it again. Speaking of Cole and Grant, Crossroads soccer team won their first conference title.
Yep.
They're boys.
Well,
And they
it's
beat
and
Southside.
for our boys, it was our first conference title. Girls, it was our second conference title. We beat Southside.
After losing to them twice in the regular season.
Yes, which really, really sucked. We beat Southside in the playoffs, and we beat what team was that?
They all have the
Faith?
same
I think
name.
we beat Faith.
All I know is that number 15 thought he was the athletic trainer for both teams.
Yeah,
when somebody
15
would get
was.
hurt.
But that was a good game.
Yeah. Grant almost got red carded.
Yeah, Grant was talking crap. Not only the other team, but straight to the refs. And he got a yellow card.
We thought he was out for the
And then
game.
he cramped up and Cole had to carry him off in his arms.
Let's see.
We could do
I feel like
embarrassing
that's
stories
good.
or
I
what.
feel like we each share one embarrassing story from our childhood, and then that'd be it. Can I share the story of when I threw up at school and the lunch lady said, "Good job"?
Yes.
Okay.
Please.
All right. Y'all go ahead and
The
think
fact
of
that
which.
you asked permission. to do that.
I'm trying to think
Think
of
of which one.
ourselves.
Yeah. All right. So one of Kellen's friends gave us the idea to share an embarrassing story from our childhood. So, for mine was third grade, Patterson Elementary lunchroom. I can't remember who exactly was the other person. But anyway, so we were sitting there at lunch, and I look across the table, and a kid sneezes into his mouth. I mean, not into his mouth, into his hand. Like he cupped his hands over his mouth, sneezed into his hands. But when he pulled his hands away, there was snot, like a you know how like in Indiana Jones The second one that sucked when they're on the bridge.
The second one was the best one. I don't
No,
know
it was
what you're
not.
talking
Temple
about.
of Doom. Temple of Doom was not the best. Anyway, you know in Temple of Doom when they're on the bridge,
Yeah.
like in the jungle, there's always like the rope bridges that you step on a plank and it
Yeah.
falls through,
We
and
know.
there's alligators at the bottom of a big ravine, and there's bad guys on one side and like a gorilla on the other side, and anyway. It looked like that. it looked like that. It looked like that, and so it was disgusting, and it made me vomit. Like I threw up, and I threw up. At Patterson, we had these. Y'all probably had these too, but we had like red hard trays.
Yeah.
We did for a little while.
They were
yeah.
like plastic.
Yeah.
So I threw up into the tray, and the vomit filled up all of the like it filled up all of the little
Squares?
compartments. Yeah, the squares for like your green beans and your Salisbury steak and mashed potatoes, and like your milk carton that fit perfectly.
Did y'all have the little utensils?
Yeah. It filled up like you were making ice. It filled up with vomit. I didn't get vomit anywhere else. and so I picked my tray up with the vomit in it, and I walk over to the little place where you set your tray down and the lunch ladies take it. And the lunch lady on the other side, like, leaned down under to say something to me, and she said, "You did a good job throwing up on your tray so we didn't have to clean anything up. Thank you." And I was like, okay. And I went home. And that's the story.
Okay, so my funny story, and this happened a year and a half, 2 years ago. But it was me and Oliver. We used to play Call of Duty Warzone all the time when it was when it was good, because now it sucks. But I had to go use
Some of my
the
greatest
restroom
memories.
at one point, and so I went and had my AirPods in, and I'm taking a crap, and anyway, I start to like get up, and my AirPod.
All right, hold on. Before you tell the story, if you found the vomit in the tray story disturbing, skip way ahead, because you're gonna hate the story if you found the vomit in the tray story.
And so
Disgusting.
I get up, and my AirPod, I don't know how, because it was secure in my ear when
It was
it
secure.
was secure in
strapped
my
in.
ear when I was sitting down, and when I stood up, I guess a gust of the AC came through and it just shot it down. It fell in the toilet before I had flushed, and it's laying beside it. It was one. I was about to say it's one piece of poop, so I can't say that.
Yeah, you can.
It's not family friendly.
Yes, it is.
It's just poop.
All right.
Poop.
And so the AirPod falls in the toilet, and it's laying beside one piece of poop. It's not like on top of it, it's just like barely laying on the side of it. Still extremely disgusting. But I have a moment of like conflict. Oh crap, my AirPod just fell in the toilet. Oh wow, it's laying next to poop. Oh wow, I can't flush my AirPod down the toilet. And so
Oh wow.
I reached in, I grabbed the AirPod, I put it in a paper towel, and I threw it under the counter. And I go and scrub my hands for a solid 5 minutes straight. And then I spent maybe the next 10 minutes cleaning my AirPod and like wiping it down and like doing it. And I was just so disgusted. And I completely cleaned the AirPod. I was like carefully rinsing it off and everything, wiping it all away. And I walked back in and I put my headset on because Oliver's waiting for me. He's like, "Dude, what took you so long?" I said, "Oliver, my AirPod just fell in the toilet and it was laying next to
No. You just said I dropped my AirPod in the toilet, and I said, "Wait, did you crap or did you pee?" And you said I crapped.
And so, my embarrassing story is I have an AirPod that's in my AirPod case right now.
Those AirPods have been through it too.
Dude, they were left.
We went fishing, and we were fishing for like 10 minutes, and it just started pouring rain, and you got stung.
It was a severe, like, the radar came on and said severe thunderstorm.
Yeah, it was
from
like
4 p.m. to 12 a.m.
Yeah, it started
And we-
pouring rain, and we were out in the middle of we were in the
line.
canal. Yeah,
We were in the canal, and we had to paddle back. And then we dried off.
we didn't have to paddle back, but
we dried off in the cabin.
that trolling motor was wide open, and we run that run the boat back up on the trailer, and went in the cabin and got a towel and dried off, and then ran back out to the truck. Well, Kellen has AirPods in his pocket, and they fell out into a puddle
You were holding
in the rain.
I think you were holding my AirPods. You were holding both of our AirPods and our phones, and I was carrying all the clothes and
No, I
everything.
wasn't holding them separately. They were in your pocket.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, they were.
Because I told you on the way back, I was like, hey, I lost my AirPods. I was like, where'd you put them? They're like, oh, I thought I had them in the truck. I was like, oh, you never handed them to me.
Well, yeah, so those AirPods got dropped into a puddle.
Of mud.
Yeah, and sat there overnight in the rain. I went back the next morning, found them laying there, and they still worked.
They still work.
They still worked.
Thank y'all for listening today. The reason I'm doing the outro is because Oliver decided he didn't want to, and he left. So today's trivia question is, what kind of bowler gets the ball stuck in the gutter? That's a specific word we used tonight. And so first person to answer, you get to be on a future podcast. Shoot Joshua, me, or Oliver a message, and we'll let you know if you won. And I told you shouldn't have listened to this.